Thanks for joining us on TVC News at 7. The Nigerian Army has dismissed media reports suggesting that there is a leadership vacuum following the absence of the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja. It also issued a warning to those calling for a military coup, describing it as a treasonable offense under the law. The clarification comes in a statement signed by the Director of Defense Information, Brigadier General Tukuruguso, on Monday, after a viral video where some persons were aggressively calling for a military takeover surfaced online. It also clarified that there was never an appointment of an acting Chief of Army Staff to replace General Taoreed Lagbaja, who it said is on annual leave. He stated that the armed forces is professionally managed and all the service chiefs are performing their duties as stipulated in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It also explains that the Chief of Policy and Plans, Major General Abdulsalam Ibrahim, is providing routine briefs to the Chief of Army Staff in accordance with standard military procedures, contrary to the speculation of new appointment of an acting Chief of Army Staff. Now, the Theatre Commander Joint Task Force Northwest Operation Fansariyama, Major General Oluyinka Olalekan, says troops will take the fight against bandits to their hideouts. He says additional troops will be deployed to the newly established theatre in its quest to restoring peace in the region. Theophilus Darafai reports.
Insecurity, especially attacks on communities and highways, kidnapping for ransom, among other crimes in the Northwest region, has lingered for too long. The trend has forced many to abandon their homes and other businesses to move to safer areas. But the authorities of the Joint Task Force Northwest Operation Fansariyama says the menace will soon be a thing of the past. Major General Oluyinka Olalekan, the pioneer commander of the Joint Task Force, spoke when he paid a courtesy visit to the Zamfara State Governor Dauda Lawal at the Government House, Gusau.
We are more committed than ever to ensure that Zamfara State and other states in the Northwest and part of the North Central are free from all terrorist activities. We are much more than ready and to take the battle to them. We are not waiting for them to come to the roadside or to do all these legal activities, abduction, kidnapping, and the rest. We are taking the war to them. It is either they surrender or they die. We are also going to conduct non-kinetic operation, which is same as winning the hearts and minds of the locals totally, so that we can get adequate information as at when due and to respond adequately.
Governor Dauda Lawal, who expressed worries over the recent daily attacks by armed bandits on Gusau-Funtua Highway, assures residents and other road users that peace will soon return to the once ever busy highway.
I remember when the Chief of Defense Staff some few weeks ago was here, and he made mention of the fact that there's going to be a new theater commander that will be responsible for this region to take care of some of the security challenges we're facing, especially in Zamfara. And I'm happy to say that he has resumed and he's here and we discuss issues. Of course, it's not something that we're going to tell the press because it's a security matter. We are aware of those challenges and we're going to face those challenges head on.
Governor Lawal insists that security remains the topmost agenda of his administration and he is committed to giving all the needed support to win the war against banditry. Theophilus Darafai, TVC News, Gusau.
Still on security, the Yobe State Police Command has arrested Hamsatu Modu, a 54-year-old woman from Jakana, Kunduga local government area of Borno State, for trafficking live ammunition from Buniyadi to Damaturu, the Yobe State capital. This was contained in a statement signed by the Public Relations Officer of the command, DSP Dungus Abdul Karim. The Yobe police spokesperson said the suspect was apprehended by the police operatives of 8 Divisional Police Headquarters, Damaturu. He spoke with TVC News about the arrest of the suspect.
On getting to a checkpoint, which was mounted immediately, so we dropped all the passengers in that vehicle and as a result, we start searching in the luggages and the people in that vehicle. So we were able to now identify a particular woman with a large luggage. So we isolated her and we start searching into her baggage. Then we come across a nylon bag. In quest to look for what is in the bag, we easily discovered life of ammunitions, about 350 rounds of those ammunitions, and we are now interrogating.
Now to other stories. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency says the recent attack on its image by Senator Oyelola Shiru, representing Kwara South, was born out of vendetta rather than national interest. In a news conference at the agency's headquarters in Abuja, spokesman for the NDLEA, Femi Babafemi, explained that the senator's house in Ilorin, the capital of Kwara State, had been raided on the 4th of February, and drugs and illicit substances were recovered from there, while two of his aides, Ibrahim Muhammad and Muhammad Yahya, were arrested. He added that in another encounter with the senator, the agency also received intelligence that some of his boys, popularly known as Omo Senator, operating from his hometown, Offa, were equally dealing in illicit drugs.
Based on credible intelligence and surveillance which confirmed that the senator's house was being used as a drug joint for drug dealers and users, the house was raided by our operatives at 1:30 p.m. on February 4, 2024. During which the two aides were arrested, while a third suspect escaped arrest. A raid was subsequently carried out on their joint in Offa, where one of them, Oluwatosin Odepidan, was arrested, and illicit drugs such as methamphetamine and cannabis recovered from him. That was on June 11, 2023.
Now to Jigawa State, where the governor of Sokoto State, Ahmad Aliyu, has donated 100 million naira to support the victims of the tanker explosion to help alleviate the suffering of affected families. The governor made the donation when he paid a sympathy visit to Governor of Jigawa State, Umar Namadi, at the government house. Rescue teams are working to provide medical aid to the injured, while authorities launch an investigation into the cause of the explosion, as death toll in the accident now stands at 180, with 87 critically hospitalized.
On behalf of the government and good people of Sokoto State, we are here to commiserate with you, your government, and the entire people of Jigawa State. On behalf of government and good people of Sokoto State, we are donating the sum of 100 million naira.
Now to a bit of party politics. Former Governor of Benue State, Gabriel Soswam, has threatened to leave the People's Democratic Party if the National Working Committee fails to resolve the issues that marred the party's ward congresses in Benue State. He spoke at an expanded stakeholders meeting, which held in Makurdi, the Benue State capital. Maya Wakwato reports.
The crisis that emerged from the conduct of the People's Democratic Party ward congresses in Benue State has led to the party having two separate state working committees, each operating from different secretariats in Makurdi, the state capital.
Whether they like it or not, Damagu must go.
At an expanded stakeholders meeting, Senator Gabriel Soswam warned that he would leave the party if the National Working Committee fails to resolve the grievances arising from the ward congresses in Benue State.
We will come back here and meet and take a collective decision if all fails. So let people not treat us as if we are stranded and there are no alternatives. No person is stranded here.
Senator Soswam also accused the acting national chairman of destroying the party, insisting that the National Executive Committee meeting scheduled for the 24th will take place, whether invitations are sent out or not.
So it doesn't have to be me, but let us put this party in the hands of people who are committed, who have the interest of the party, and who believe that this party can make a difference. Those are the kind of people that we want at the leadership of the party. The leadership at the headquarters now is a transactional leadership. This party has not been in the hand of a worse leadership like the leadership we have at the headquarters now.
Leader from the 3 senatorial district of the state, in response, pledged their full support to the party under Senator Suswam's leadership.
Amen. On that, we will continue to stand by you, we will continue to work with you, and we will continue to fight along with you. From Zone C, we don't have issues in PDP. The PDP in Zone C is intact. We in Zone A have appreciated all your effort and avowed that wherever you are going, that is why we go.
With the stance taken by Suswan's faction of the People's Democratic Party in Benue State, the party will need to act swiftly to maintain its relevance as a viable opposition in the state. Mayowa Okwatso, TVC News, Makadi.